Here we have an example of a bunch of exponential functions, and we're supposed to match the equation with the graph above. Well, let me give you the general look of an exponential function. Y equals a times b to the x plus c generally looks like this. The c is the horizontal asymptote, like that, and then the graph goes up to the right when b is greater than 1. So if b is greater than 1, it goes up to the right. If b goes down, I should say if b is less than 1. So if b is greater than 1, it goes up. If b is less than 1, it goes down. And where exactly does it cross? Yeah, I'm actually not doing that very well. Here, that's sort of true, but part of it is false. Let me be more 100% true. So b, this is right, b greater than 1. And this point here goes down again when b is less than 1. And then this crossing point, this is a C. This is where the horizontal asymptote is. This point right here is C plus A. In other words, the jump from here to here is up A. This is at C, and this is at C plus A. All right. Probably I'm confusing you a little bit on this example. Yeah, let me read. That was true, but it was a little more complex than you need. Let's get rid of the horizontal asymptote stuff on this one, because these ones have no horizontal asymptote. So to make life a little simpler for you on this problem, since none of them have horizontal asymptotes, let me just say it like this. This A is where they cross. This is up at A, and this is for B greater than 1. It does that, and down like that for b less than 1. Okay, so that's the deal. So let's take a look at these functions. Notice they all have 3's in the front except for this one, which has 2 in the front. So remember, the number in the front is where the function hits the y-axis. So notice this function hits the y-axis at 2, all the rest up here at 3. So that black one, which hits at 2, this one must be the black one, E, the black one, right? Because that one hits at 2. All the rest hit at 3. So all the rest now, let's do the rest. They're hitting up here at 3. Okay, now notice 2 of them are going up. The blue and the green are going up, and the red and the orange are going down. Okay, so which one? So the blue and the green, that must be b values greater than 1. So greater than 1, 1.25, 1.45. So the bigger one, 1.45, must be the blue one, 1.45, and this must be the 1.25 for the base. The bigger the base, the faster it goes up. So this one must be the blue, and right, and one that goes up the fastest, followed by the green, which goes up not quite as fast. And then likewise going down, the one that goes down the fastest must be the smallest, right? Because the less than 1 makes them go down. So this is B smallest, B second smallest, certainly, right? And then this was the biggest B, and this was the second biggest B. So what's the smallest B? 0.68 is smaller than 0.89. Smallest B, that's the orange one. It's going down the fastest. And then this one must be the red one, which is not quite as small of a B. So that now why does that happen? I don't like to give you rules without reasons. Why? Why does it do that? First off, why does it cross, like why does this function cross at 2? If you took the equation 2, 1.25 to the x, and you made an xy chart and you plugged in 0 for x, do you see what would happen? If you plug in 0 for x right there, what is anything to the 0 power? What is this piece? It's 1, right? Do you know that? Anything to the 0 power is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So you see, it would be 0, 2. There's the point 0, 2. So do you see that number in the front? If you plug in x0, y will just equal that number in the front. That's why that number in the front, a, number in the front, is what you get when x is 0. This is the point over 0 up a, always on an exponential graph. Now, okay, got it. So what about the b thing? Well, basically, the other part, I don't know which one to do. Let me grab the 1.25. Y equals 3 times 1.25 to the x. Basically, the bigger x, if you plug in 1, 2, 3, you know, 1, 2, 3 for x, the bigger x you plug in, it's going to be, you know, this is going to be 3, 1.25 to the 1, 3, 1.25 to the 2, 3, 1.25 to the 3. So if you're multiplying, you know, this means 3 times 1.25 times 1.25 times 1.25, right? If you're multiplying by something bigger than 1, then your number gets bigger, doesn't it? That's multiplying by a number. If you multiply by something bigger than 1, it makes it larger. Whereas over here, you know, if you put in 2 or 3 for your x power, then you're multiplying by something smaller than 1 repeatedly. If you multiply by a number less than 1, you're taking a portion of it, a fraction of it, a decimal of it. You're making it smaller, right? Think about 0.5. That's a number smaller than 1. That's half. If you multiply by that twice, you take half and half again, don't you? So when you multiply by numbers smaller than 1, you make things smaller. When you multiply by numbers bigger than 1, repeatedly, you make things bigger. So as you go to the right, because x gets bigger, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you go to the right on a graph, 1, 2, 3, 4. The further you go, if you're multiplying by a number bigger one, it's going to rocket up. If you're multiplying by a number smaller than 1, it's going to come on down. Because if you multiply by more and more numbers bigger than 1, they grow. More and more numbers smaller than 1, things shrink. There's the reason.